Hello, 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 hello. I'm a little frustrated right now. I'm walking to the intersection where the Oregon City flag wave for Back to Blue is supposed to be. I don't know why they switched the intersection from where it's been in the recent times that I've been. But the path for me to walk to that different intersection is kind of rough. There's little landslides happening, and I've fallen in the mud a couple times. But anyways, I'm getting close to the intersection where I believe they are to be. It's also been raining pretty hard. It's not raining at all at the moment, but I'm hoping that it didn't get canceled. Nope, I see them up there. I see them up there. I don't know why it got changed from the intersection that it was at last time I attended. But that's on me. That's on me. But anyways, I'm walking along the side of the highway. I've fallen in the mud a couple times because the hillside gave out and a little mini landslide happened. And my knee is covered in mud. But that's okay. So I'm going to pause here for a second, just make sure I have audio. Let me get a couple people telling me my audio is working. Yes, we the people, thank you. Audio is good. All right, I'm going to keep walking. I'm not going to look at the chat at the moment. I know you all are tuning in because I said there's going to possibly be a reveal. I'll talk more about that in a moment. I hope you're not disappointed. But I'm walking up on the flag wave. I just had some mod pizza. It was delicious. I met a young man that had a Trump hat on and a COVID thin blue line American flag mask on. And he said that he hopes to be a police officer soon. Not gonna lie, my preference is for firefighters. You young guys that are going to be firefighters, you're team villain. I like my police officers, but when push comes to shove, I like my firefighters better than I like my police officers. Oh, we're walking up on the side of the highway to Oregon City flag wave and the reveal. You guys are waiting for the reveal, right? Waiting for the reveal. I'm gonna flip the camera around here. So that's what I'm walking up on. Those good people up here doing the flag wave. See if I can cross the street here. Across the street here in a moment. Try not to get murdered by a car. If this is the last you hear of me, guys, just remember I got murdered by a car. Okay, I'm gonna make it. The road is clear. I'm gonna make it. My life is saved. All right, before I go off on the flag wave here, I want to do my reveal to you guys, which you've been long awaiting, right? Long awaiting. So guys, I want to tell you the truth that my eyes are hazel. They're sometimes green and sometimes brown. I have hazel eyes. One time I even took a picture in Hawaii and I have blue eyes. So that's the reveal tonight, you guys. Sorry to disappoint you if you're waiting for something else, but my eyes are hazel. I got hazel eyes, guys. I just want to let you know that.
Dude.
How you doing?
I see you over there.
Got a t-shirt and some stickers for me?
Yeah.
You hold on to those for just a second. Let me get all stowed away here.
Man, you got the setup, man.
Yeah, I think I just upset my audience. I told them I was going to do a reveal, and I revealed that my eyes are hazel. Hazel Eyes, guys. I'm just letting you guys know the full reveal. Hazel Eyes. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I've been thinking about it for weeks.
You don't know the election?
No, I got plans. Can you hold on to this and then I'll get it before I leave? I holding on to all this. I think I'm gonna
Have you
sweat it
seen
like
the
crazy.
shirts?
I haven't seen it. So we're talking to Michael here, regular at these events. Oh man. Let's show the camera here. I knew I was getting a shirt, but I didn't know it was gonna be so meaningful. Aaron Daniels shirt.
Got his white rabbit.
Justice for Jay. Man, those bastards. I'm gonna grab that. I'll tuck it in back here. Man, you guys don't know. If you haven't been involved in the Portland incident and like the Portland Patriot groups and doing all this, Jay's death was pretty horrible for all of us.
He's a great dude.
He's a good man.
Hell
Good
yeah,
guy.
he is.
Thanks for the shirt and the stickers,
No problem. I
man.
told you I'd take care of you.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Because you and Preacher were everywhere.
Yeah.
You guys were in New York, Louisville?
We went to Louisville, went to New York. I'm gonna be in Kenosha pretty soon. Meeting up with the Viking and Cash to fight for Kyle.
Oh, yeah. You gonna go on the 26th?
To what?
You gonna go on the 26th?
Yeah, I'm scared about what that day's gonna be like. Scared about that. Hope it's peaceful up at Delta Park. Mute for a second, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. I had to have a private conversation there for a second. I'm gonna look through the chat here for a second to see your guys' responses to my reveal. Bamboozled again, Josh Ozo says. Still a mystery, Lori Johnson says. Okay, a bunch of people are saying, how old do you think I am? How old do you think you guys am? How old do you guys think I am? Because that's a question that goes in my mind. Because there's a popular opinion on my age amongst the crowd, and I want to. Anonymous says I'm 50 years old, and Ryan Morton says I'm 45. Imim says I'm 92. Bastards. Imim has met me in real life. That's a lot of different ages. I'm sorry, guys, I cannot confirm nor deny. But I'm going to walk up here on the flag wave here. I didn't know it was going to happen or not because it was been raining like crazy today. Oregonians, how awesome was that apocalyptic thunderstorm last night? We don't get thunderstorms in Oregon. You guys don't understand. In Oregon, lightning is very rare. And when lightning does happen, it's just a spark of light in the sky. It's like a flashbulb photography goes off in the sky. There's no lightning bolt. There's no lightning bolt that hits the ground. That doesn't happen in Oregon. But last night was pure hellfire, lightning bolts raining from the sky, striking the ground, thunder heard from miles around. It was intense. It woke me up in my sleep last night. I sleep with the window open normally in the summer. It woke me up and I could not get back to sleep. I was kind of enjoying it, but I was also kind of grumpy because it was middle of the night and I was tired. But it was nice. None of you know how old I'm at. None of you. But now you know that I have hazel eyes. Hazel eyes. I told you I was going to reveal. All right, let's get this GoPro going so we can get some good footage. Oh, I hit the wrong button. You guys that don't have a GoPro, you know what that means. Hey, Sliden hit me with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Wave Sliden. I appreciate that. Much appreciated. And the GoPro on. All right, I got 44% battery. Go ahead and record while I walk in here so I can steal some screenshots. I have about 100 pounds of dogs on me all night after the first Thunder Rumble. I need 100 pounds of dogs. I need 100 pounds of dogs. Don't make me jealous. Don't make me jealous. All right, guys, we're gonna walk into the flag wave and see what's going on. I'm gonna stop looking at the chat for a minute and say hi to all these patriots up here. Right, gonna say hi to the patriots. Got another Snapchat here, or super chat. Mystical Knights sends a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Fine, are you a creeper?
No, I'm villain. Villain report.
Are you a good guy?
I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy. Ask all the people that set this up. They know who I am. So
Okay, right on.
I'm anonymous, so I keep a mask. There's a potential that I might reveal my mask recently, though. If you look into me, you'll see what I'm talking about. So.
Oh, okay, on your live stream?
Yep. Who put this? Is Audra the one? So talk to Audra. She knows who I am. So.
Oh, what is your local name?
Villain report. Villain report.
Okay.
I'm live on YouTube. I'm on Facebook and Twitter.
Right on. We weren't sure if you're a creeper.
No. I am a creeper. I am a creeper, but not in the way that you're saying. I'm a patriot creeper.
Nice, nuts.
Knuckles.
Right on, dude.
All right. Thanks for coming out and supporting the police. How you doing?
Doing good. How about you?
Pretty good. Good to see you out here. How you doing? How you doing? Yep. Villain report streaming on YouTube.
Dylan reports?
Villain. Muhahaha.
Dylan reports?
Villain. With a V.
Oh, villain reports.
Villain report.
All right.
Ask Audra. She knows who I am.
Okay.
All right. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
He's never really
Hey,
talked.
Michael. Got some plates in here? Or is it just the vest? Got some plates?
Oh, he's safe.
It protects you from the judo chops, huh?
So you're a villain?
Villain.
Yeah,
Villain.
I followed you.
Nice to meet
Okay.
you. Thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
I'm a big Steve follower.
Freight broker?
Yeah.
Yeet, yeet, yeet,
Right,
yeet,
right,
yeet,
right,
yeet.
exactly.
Let's hear some yeet, yeets.
But mostly, I'm always looking for the preacher.
A black conservative preacher?
I'm always looking for him.
That's my buddy. He's got some things. He's got some he's got an agenda tonight, so he couldn't be here.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. He might not make it. I was really hoping he'd make it. This is my first time at an event. But
Well,
other than that, I've been following the streams for 100 days.
well, it's good to have you here. Good to see some patriots coming out here standing up against the rioters.
Right, with all the stuff going on in Clackamas County, the fires, and kind of the questions of whether, how is this stuff happening? And all of the people that I talk to that are in the community that are seeing things happening. They're seeing people running,
I know they're starting to get evidence.
I've got an ex-girlfriend that she belongs to a very large congregation, Christian, and her pastor is getting messages from some of the people there that they're seeing, and these are people who live in rural Clackamas, that they've actually witnessed people driving through and throwing like little bottles of gas with like a Molotov cocktail.
Those
and starting fires
bastards.
throughout,
Horrible people, right?
So there's tons of that going on. These are like little incidences where they run out and they put it out. So,
Yeah.
But what about when they're out in the thick woods, like say the Malala lumber fire? Okay, there's some weird stuff going on with that because I happen to be following a streamer, and I'm not going to mention her or him. It's a him, her. I happened to be out at that Malala fire when the fires were going on at the Oregon City shopping mall, and streamers from downtown that shot out to the. Of course, there was nothing going on at the JC Center, so suddenly they're all out streaming fires, right?
Yeah.
So this was the first night. So they're at the Oregon City shopping mall streaming that, and then the third streamer doesn't even know the area. She's totally lost. Actually, all three of them are lost, but they get to the shopping center, and I'm split screening, and I'm trying to get information on the news, right, about the fires. Nothing said about the lumber fire. And then suddenly, when I bounce over to the other streamer that hadn't gotten to the shopping center yet, she's out at the lumber yard, and I was like, what? I'm not even seeing this fire on the news yet. They hadn't even caught up to it. And she's out at the lumber yard.
Yeah, she knew where to be, huh?
She knew where to be, and she was streaming for. She streamed for a couple hours from her car, and she went on because she's just streaming a fire. So she's going on. She's talking about her life story, being a transgender, and all this and that. At the same time, she's filming these 3 fires. Boom, boom, boom. It's not even on the news yet. It was another probably 20 minutes before the news picked up that fire. So that really hit me.
That's questionable.
As very, very, very questionable, especially since the first night there's nothing going on at the JC or any of the police stations.
Huh.
And suddenly all the streamers are out here in Clackamas, and they don't know where they're going. They don't know this area. And one of them ends up at a fire before the news is even on it. It was very odd to me.
That's crazy. Thank you for your perspective.
Yep, perfect. Thank you.
We got to keep watching out for that kind of stuff.
I do.
How you doing, man?
Good.
Villain with the Villain Report. How you doing?
Good.
You out here supporting your police?
I am with my son.
What makes you want to support the police?
I've always backed the blue.
You always what?
I've always backed the blue.
You always back the blue.
They have been wonderful to my family. And I just appreciate everything they do.
Well, thank you for your voice.
You're welcome, and don't you dare reveal yourself.
So you've been watching, huh?
I have, and I'm like, you're not villain.
Yeah, there's a crossroads here because it creates a barrier for me to connect with people and make people feel comfortable. And I want to tell my personal story about my life and the reason why I feel such a strong need to seek truth and help people find truth.
Yeah.
And I think facial expression is very valuable in that. So hiding that, we'll see. You just missed it. I did the reveal though. All my fans were online, and I did a reveal, and I showed them that I had hazel eyes. And I think they were upset that they wanted a little bit more.
I saw the post, and I'm like, no, don't do it. You're not villain without your gap.
So Michael showed me this picture, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't believe this picture. One of the things they're criticizing in the picture. Hold it up here. They're criticizing the fact that he's got a gas pack on. But anybody that knows anything about wildfire, they carry gas tanks on them to fuel their chainsaw. I don't believe this. I think that I'm skeptical, as I am on all things.
Tommy love you.
This your boy? We had like 2 weeks ago, I had you on screen.
You did, and I didn't know it.
But you guys are a little bit dressed up different today, so I didn't recognize you.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you.
Yeah.
You're my people.
I'm the one like you.
I'll have to show you this later.
What are you showing us?
I don't want to put it on the screen.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. I'm skeptical about the Antifa wildfire fighter costumes. I'm skeptical about that.
Everyone knows the Antifa Jeep, correct? Pulled over in Malala 3 times. Malala PD let him go every time.
I'll have to talk to you more about that later and write something up about it. All right.
All right. See, you did it already.
I revealed my hazel eyes.
You did that.
But I never described them though. I never did a close-up and showed the true colors of my eyes. I'm gonna troll you guys.
You always have sunglasses on.
I'm gonna troll you guys
Little by
immensely in the next week.
You should wait for the election.
little.
Man, I have things in the making. I have plans in the making. You'll see. Vulnerability is a powerful tool against the enemy. You unveil yourself like Christ did, Christ laid himself down before other people, and it was an amazing tool. And vulnerability is a powerful tool. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how I'm judged in
I
hindsight.
get that, but I also worry about your safety, knowing your past, as far as what you know.
Valhalla. God will choose my time to go from this world, and no matter what happens. So I'm gonna rely on that.
No, you're gonna have to be his bodyguard.
All right, guys.
All right.
Hello. How you guys doing? Out here back in the police officers in America.
You betcha.
Right on. Glad to see some patriots out here. How you guys doing? Villain with the Villain Report, you guys.
How you doing?
Good to see you guys. Woo woo. Hello, how you doing, buddy? I'm doing well. Can I interview you?
About what?
What are you out here waving this flag on the side of the highway for like a crazy man? Like, what's going on?
Support your police.
Support the police, okay? What motivated you to come out here on the side of the highway and stand up here and do this?
I've been doing it. Law and order.
Law and order?
Got no use for criminals. Got no use for people breaking the law and not getting prosecuted.
All right. You think that's a growing problem today?
Yes, it is.
What's with all our politicians enabling these people and making excuses for them?
I believe they're socialists and Marxists. They need to leave the country.
I made a post today that was bothering me. Like, these rioters are causing fires. They're lighting buildings on fire. They're attacking people, and they just get released from prison. But law-abiding citizens still have to pay our parking tickets. What's up with that? How come we're not getting a pass on parking tickets? It's a very small offense, but these very big offenses are just being tossed out of the gate.
Here again, ask the prosecutors. They're letting them go.
I agree.
A crime.
Call me Mike.
They needed to be voted out, got rid of. I've quit watching football, any sport.
Thank you.
Anybody who puts a criminal on their jersey or back or helmet ought to be prosecuted themselves.
I want to thank you. Shake my hand. I thank you. Like, it's very hard to do a boycott today because people are so comfortable. But the people that are boycotting Netflix, the people that are boycotting the NFL, I am thankful that they're doing that, because it takes a little bit of gumption to break out of your comfort and break out of your daily routine. But we need to do it. We can't pay these companies to like destroy our country.
It's not even a hard decision. It's not
It's obvious for you, huh?
I don't understand why a person would put a criminal's name on their helmet.
A rapist.
And do this.
Jacob Blake. We're talking about Jacob Blake. He was the controversy in Minnesota because he got shot by police because he was threatening to get a gun. He went into his car against police orders, and they shot him in the back. He did not die. He was a rapist. They were coming to the scene of a domestic altercation because he was brandishing a knife against a woman. He has a history and a warrant out because he was a rapist. I'm going to say that again. He's a rapist. He's accused of raping a woman, and yet the NFL wants to put him on their jerseys and make a special night about him. Like, what is with that? If any of you are Americans and watching this, stop watching the NFL. They don't get to promote a rapist and have us watch Monday Night Football. We're going to stand up against that bull crap. You are.
Or not.
You are.
Well, yeah, we need more of it. They need to go broke is what they need to do.
I agree.
Every one of those players out there that put that on there.
Put a rapist on their helmet, you're done. We don't want to watch you anymore. You put little girls doing sex acts on Netflix, we don't want to watch you anymore. We're going to cancel our subscription. Good. Anyways, I know that our culture is based around comfort now, today, and so it takes a little bit of gumption to stand up against something and boycott something. So I'm glad you're boycotting the NFL.
Got no use for any of it. Watched it all my life.
You seem like a good old boy that likes to watch his sports, and that would be a big step to stand up against it.
So, yeah, no more.
Right on.
A lot of people that are doing the same thing.
I'm glad. I'm upset with all this virtue signaling that's going on.
After those cops shot in Compton,
Oh, that was horrible, right? I couldn't believe it. That was hard to watch.
people watched it on people watching pro sports the next day with criminals. I just didn't.
We need more Americans like you standing up and saying we're not just gonna Netflix and chill right now. We're gonna stand up for what's right.
Well, that's the goal.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little worked up right now with all these issues, so I'm gonna stand back and calm down for a minute before I go up here and take my crazy energy to all the rest of these protesters, ralliers. I'm gonna stand here and stare at the chat for a second, so if you guys want to chat with me for a minute, throw them up. Yeah, he might not know what Netflix and chill is, but he knows that he likes football, and for him to stand if you guys know people that for men that like their weekly football, for them to stand up and say they're not going to watch that anymore, like, you don't know a guy that likes his sports unless you understand what they're doing. Unless you understand that they're rejecting their weekly comfort, their ritual, their entertainment, you don't really understand what they're doing by saying no to NFL. They're making a stand. Miari asked if she missed the reveal. Yes, Meryl, you missed it. I showed that my eyes are truly hazel. Depending on my mood and the weather, they can be green or they can be brown. Once I was in Hawaii and I got a picture of my eyes and they were blue. So yes, you missed the reveal. My eyes are hazel, Miari. Civilian Intelligence Agency. Hey, villain, want to know who the racists are? Yeah, the racists are the reverse racists, the ones that are like crying that everybody's being racist to them, but they're actually the ones being racist. That crazy, damn hysterical woman that went into the CBC and she accused that guy of being racist for calling the cops on shoplifters. Man, that woman needs like a crowd of 1,000 people to show up around her house and around her, if she has a job, around her job, or maybe her unemployment check. I don't know what she's doing, but she needs to experience the same action she's putting on other people. Going into a CVS and talking to the pharmacist. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you again.
Nice to see you as well.
Yeah.
Small flag.
How you doing, buddy? Boom. You got the Trump flag. Yeah, right on, man. Good to see you again.
See ya.
But anyways, that woman that went into CVS. Like, she needs to have some Sorry, I'm hot tonight. I'm hot. I'm worked up. I don't want to cuss too much. That woman that went into CVS, she needs to have some consequences. Like, she doesn't get to go in and destroy people's livelihoods on insanity. Like, telling people that they're bad people because they called the cops on shoplifters just because the shoplifters were black. That, if anything is racist, that's racist. I'm tired of that crap. I'm tired of seeing all these racist people. The racist people today are pretending that they're not the racists. They're pointing the finger at everybody else and calling racist on everybody else. But that lady that showed us the CVS, man, I encourage any of you that know her to show up at her work and talk to her boss about her behavior. Show up at her apartment and ask her landlord about her behavior. Show up at her food stamp distribution place and ask them about her behavior. I don't know her circumstances. I don't know anything about her, but man, you go into the place of a business for somebody and accuse them of being racist because they called the police on shoplifters. Man, you need some consequences for that kind of behavior. I'm done with that stuff. I'm done with all this accusing non-racist people of racism. I'm ranting. I'm a little hot. I had a mod pizza earlier. I ate half of it and then I rushed over to this flag wave. I should have sat down and just relaxed and had my whole mod pizza. Should have just took a little bit more of a relax. I've been a little hot lately. A little bit hot lately. All right, guys. I am here in Oregon City watching the flag wave, the weekly flag wave. These are patriots and people that love the police officers, people that love law and order, and they're out here saying, we're not going to take it. We're not going to just watch these Black Lives Matter people, these Antifa people ruin our society. we're going to have a voice too. We're going to stand on the side of the highway and show our voice and show that we love our police. We love our law and order. We're thankful to be born and raised in America, in the country that we live in, and all the opportunities that it supplies us. So I back all these people. I'm in support of what they're doing. I thank these people for coming out here and doing this kind of stuff. Canadians for Trump 2020, Luke Clark says. I'm a little worked up today. If you guys can't tell, I'm a little worked up. I'm just kind of tired of stuff. I'm tired of the Antifa, Black Lives Matter shenanigans. I'm tired of our politicians like doing doublethink and saying things that don't make any sense and pretending like they do make sense. I'm tired of wearing this mask. And I just want the world to be better.
Gotta have a little bit of fun.
You having a bud? All right. Load up, buddy.
He's a little more shy.
He's a little shy? Okay, that's okay. We'll get the other one. Blow it up, man. Blow it up. Boom. All right.
So,
I got a lot of energy today.
like, keeping the camera pointed that way, please.
Yep.
So, what happened that you saw on the fires?
What?
What did you see on the
The
fires?
fires? I've only seen all my information on the fires from third hand, so...
So you didn't see anything firsthand?
Yeah, there was a perfect storm of dryness and wind and weather, but there was also, it's undeniable that there was a whole bunch of people in Oregon lighting fires. We have proof of that. Many of people have been arrested for it. People have been videotaped out there with fire supplies, so...
And you're talking to a person that also has cameras on the property that suspicious vehicles was driving near their house.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. We got people that hate our country and that are trying to cause destruction no matter what.
Yep. And all because of the fact that they think they're right upon everything.
Yeah.
They think they're more
Self-righteousness is really dangerous because, like, you can't find truth when you already think you're self-righteous.
Yep. So, what do you think would be a good next step to help prevent stupidity? Because not only did they give themselves bad air quality within the cities, which also caused damage to other people, you know, their physical being,
Yeah.
but also they caused destruction to our homeland.
Well, my next step has been something I've been arguing for a while, but it's not happening. I want patriots and conservatives and people that want peace to come out and just show up at these events to show numbers, but that's not happening. So I don't know what the actual next step is going to be. I don't know.
Are you going to be there on the 26th?
I'm going to be there filming on the 26th. I'm worried that that's going to turn into some shenanigans. I hope it stays peaceful.
Well, I do know that a lot of the patriots that are going, they want things to be peaceful, but they know that the opposite side does not want that.
Yeah. Well, they're planning on having a barbecue and just eating and having a good time and celebrating our country, and I honestly hope that happens.
Yeah, they're going to be using propane on the barbecue, or they're supposed to anyway.
Yeah.
Because briquettes right now is illegal.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Antifa doesn't come up and mess our stuff up on the 26th, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. You going to be in full gear, or you going to be just out and about like how you are right now recording?
I'm going to take a lot of precautions on that day. A lot of precautions.
I would highly suggest so.
All right.
Because with my understanding, with what I'm reading from them, is they already have it set up, so therefore if, like, say, Joey Gibson or a couple others show up, they're going out for that.
Well, I hope the city actually provides a police presence for once and actually provides safety, what we pay our politicians to do and our governments to do. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. You do know that it got switched from Terry Shrink, right?
Yep. I know where it's. I want to announce that too much because I don't want to be
No, I was just asking you if you knew the
Yeah.
location of that storage.
I don't want to do the instigation of these things too much, so I'm very careful of what I put out on my platform. So the people that show up will know, and the people that don't will know. So we'll see.
I do know that story blasted all over the internet of the new location.
Yeah, and there's talk of the city of Portland might forbid the gathering, which is going to create the potential for a very large lawsuit, because if they prevent the Patriots from meeting at a peaceful protest, but then they've done nothing to stop the rioters from doing their things for 100 days, they're going to have a lawsuit on their hands.
Yeah, that's the reason why we actually changed the location, with my understanding.
Yeah.
Is because of the fact that whole threat.
Yeah.
So we changed the location because we also have a lot more people that's coming, and Terry Shrink Park, with my understanding, is just too small.
All right, man. Well, I'll see you there.
Take it easy, brother.
Stay safe. So we're talking about, if you guys don't know, there's an event coming up on the 26th of September in Portland, Oregon. It's largely led by the Proud Boys organization. They are going to have a patriotic meet where as many patriots as possible come and show their presence. They're going to have a barbecue, and they're just going to celebrate the benefits that we enjoy as Americans. There's been a lot of talk online by Antifa and Black Lives Matter about coming and causing us harm and hurting people and turning it to violence. Recently, they moved it from the original location, and they've picked a new location to try to deter the violence. I don't know how that's going to play out in the long run, but we'll see. All right, I'm going to engage with the chat here for a minute. If anybody wants to talk about anything or ask me any questions, I'm all ears. I'm good right now. Thank you so much for offering, though. Thank you. So many people looking out for me, offering me a drink. So. Are you really going to reveal? You must remember the last time the two different sides got together, the police were nowhere to be found. I believe they watched but never came out. That's two different ideas. I may reveal myself pretty soon. You guys are going to have to watch and find out about that. I have many reasons to do so and many reasons not to do so. You guys are going to have to watch and find out. As far as the police showing up, that's really been getting on my nerves. Like, what the hell? Seriously, I'm going to get a little vulgar here. What the hell are you doing, City of Portland officials? Why the heck were there no police officer presence at the battle, the last battle between Proud Boys and Antifa? Why were there no police there? What the heck is that about? So this next event is just a peaceful protest by the Proud Boys organizing for Patriots, and we're trying to get as many Patriots as we can to show up and have a barbecue and just enjoy America and celebrate our country. If police don't show up to this, if we don't have a police presence for this event, that's going to be a turning point for our city, our nation, our country. If police are no longer going to be out at these kind of events, then I think that's a sign that law-abiding citizens no longer need to abide by the law. We no longer need to abide by the police, no longer need to abide by local ordinances and local laws. If police aren't going to be at these events to protect people's rights to freedom of assembly, we need to then strongly question the police's authority to tell us what to do and what not to do. On the 26th, the Proud Boys have organized an event of patriots to come and have a barbecue and come and celebrate their American citizenship and everything America offers to them. If police are not there, if Antifa shows up and causes violence to this peaceful protest, this peaceful assembly, this peaceful rally, if Antifa comes up and causes violence and police do not show up, that is a sign for Portlanders, Americans, patriots, to question the validity of the police's authority to uphold law and order. Seriously, if the last event, Antifa was throwing feces and urine and cement and lye and all different kinds of things at the Patriots trying to assemble. The Patriots didn't show up with all those kind of things to throw at Antifa, but Antifa was throwing chemical weapons at us and feces and biological matter at us. Police were nowhere to be found. The city of Portland did not have any law enforcement there. They did not uphold any laws. They did not uphold order. They did not uphold law. They were not there. If that is the message that the city of Portland wants to send to its citizens, then the citizens need to realize that they are their own authority and that the city of Portland has no longer chosen to uphold law and order. So that's my emotional rant. City of Portland, if you do not show up in force to protect the rights of patriots on the 26th to have a barbecue and to show their patriotic love America, you have lost all credibility and you have no longer any right to uphold any law or to subject anybody to your supposed authority. If you do not show up on the 26th to protect the peace of a peaceful assembly, and you allow these rioters to come and run amok and commit crimes and to hurt people and to assault people, your authority will greatly be destroyed and undermined. So that's my message to Portland. You better be there on the 26th to protect the freedom of assembly. If you do not show up, I would encourage Americans to no longer listen to you and no longer see you as an authority. Kind of an emotional hotcake tonight, aren't I? I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect that day, but I was surprised that there were no police on the last battle between Proud Boys and Antifa. From my perspective, Antifa was causing all the assaults, throwing all the chemical weapons, all the biological matter at other people. Proud Boys did not engage until they were attacked. Hey, calm down. I'm all hot and worked up today. I'm hot and worked up today. Let's go try to talk to people. Find some new people that I haven't talked to before. See if they're willing to do an interview. Let's see. Pointing the microphone away from me. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Pretty good. I'm Villain from the Villain Report.
All right.
Can I interview you?
Sure.
What are you doing out here on the street corner in the middle of this busy intersection holding in a thin blue lines flag? What has led you to do this?
We're back in the blue.
All right.
Back in the blue.
There had to have been something to provoke you to come out and do this. What's going on?
I'm concerned about our country. I think it's gotten a little bit out of hand. know, like back in Michigan where they tell the police officers to stand down, and then when the crime picks up, they go, well, where are all the police? Well, they defund them all. They've told them, and some of them had just said the hell with it, retired early, you know. I'm just really concerned for our country. I really am. This is a very pivotal election, obviously. You know, there's a lot of things at stake. A lot of things at stake.
Are you a resident out here in Oregon City?
Pardon?
Are you a resident out here in Oregon City?
I was born and raised in Colton.
Colton?
Yes.
See?
Colton Wall area.
So are you experiencing crime out here?
Oh yeah, when the fires were going on I live in Molalla. There was quite a bit of looting going on after everybody got evacuated. There was quite a few people got ripped off, got their houses broke into, you know. There was also some reports of fires being started by people, some arson. But it didn't last for very long because the citizens out there banded together and we did what we had to do to protect our property, you know.
I think that sounds like a powerful lesson, because when the citizens gather together and stand up for their rights, not much can come against that.
That's right.
Because you can have these big organizations of gangs or a big organization of government, but when you have a small grassroots organization of people in their communities and their neighbors, nothing can come against that. That's why we lost in Vietnam. Because Vietnam, it was the organization of those living in the communities fighting against a foreign occupying that was coming against them. Right or wrong, whatever your politics are, the value and the strength of citizens connecting with their neighbors is undefeatable.
It was really, last Thursday morning, there was a post put out on Molalla Now that they were going to have a meeting at the Ace Hardware store and gather some volunteers together and go out and fight the fire. Well, I went down there. In a matter of about an hour and a half, we had 4 pickup loads of gas cans, water, food, shovels, rakes, chainsaws. I mean, we had everything, man, in just a matter of a couple hours. And stuff just kept coming in and coming in and coming in, you know, and it's only because everybody stuck together. Everybody was looking out for everybody else, you know, covering everybody else. You know, there was people out there who lost their homes, you know, they've lost everything.
Yeah,
You know?
I've talked to a bunch of people that have lost stuff right now, and it's sad.
Well, you know, and then you look at what happened up the Santiam Canyon. That was
What happened in the Santiam Canyon?
well, there was a fire that started, the Beachy Creek fire is what they call it now. It started like August 17th. That fire was never put out. When the east winds came, that's what torched off the Santiam Canyon. I mean, when the east winds came, the dry conditions, everything went crazy. And, you know, I don't know whether anybody's seen the videos or any pictures of Detroit, but there's hardly anything left in that town. And I read an account where there were some people that lived up there.
What town is that?
The Detroit, up by Detroit Lake, up the Santiam Canyon. It's right on the lake there. Just a little town, you know, a tourist town.
I think I'm gonna drive up there in the next. All right, we are back. We are having cell phone issues and cellular issues, as we always are. This gentleman, what is your name, sir?
Dan Whitmore.
Dan is talking about the Santiam fires and the issues that are going on out there.
Anyway, I heard a report from a lady that at like about 6:30 on, I think it was Wednesday night, they came around to them and said that there was going to be no problem, that they were totally safe. At 1:30 in the morning, they were woke up with pounding on their doors and telling them they need to grab what they can grab and get the hell out of there. That's how fast the fire was moving. And that's how fast, I mean, I attributed some of it to our governor, that she told them to tell them what she did or what they did. But yeah, it's been, our forests have been mismanaged for 20, 30 years.
Save the owls and screw the humans.
Yeah. I felled timber for 30 years, so I know.
So you know the heart of it. So what I just said struck to the heart of your life, huh?
And the thing about it is, when I graduated from high school the summer before I went to service, I worked for the Forest Service and I was on a firefighting crew. And when we went to a fire, we went to the fire to put it out. We didn't go there to watch it, to keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't, we went there to put it out. There's none of this, put it out. It's bad management. And a lot of different things. We've had bad management for years. But
Can I ask you what your feelings are about how the next couple months are going to play out? What are you feeling? What do you think's going to happen? What do you fear? What do you hope for?
what I hope for is Donald Trump to blow Joe Biden out of the water. And I have this feeling in the pit of my stomach that I think it's going to be a landslide. But, I've been wrong before. And I think that it doesn't matter who gets elected, but especially if Donald Trump gets elected. The riots and stuff that we saw down in downtown Portland ain't nothing. Ain't nothing to what we'll see if he gets elected again.
Yeah.
And I think that's a shame. But I do also think that when he gets elected, I shouldn't say if, I think that he will be. But when he gets elected, that he'll be able to declare martial law. If that's what it takes to get this under control. This is out of control, man. I mean, when police can't do their job, to protect buildings and people's businesses and citizens, period. The kid that got shot in downtown Portland, there was no reason for that. There was no reason for him to get killed.
Yeah.
I know Joey Gibson, and I talked to him about it. And he goes, I said, from what I understand, he was a great guy. And he goes, he was the greatest guy, one of the greatest guys I've ever known. He just had a heart of gold. He'd do anything for anybody.
Rest in peace, Jay. Rest in peace.
Yeah, Jay. For sure, man. But yeah, I think Donald Trump's going to win, and I think there's going to be chaos for a while afterwards.
Can I ask you, as far as a citizen, you're not a citizen of Portland, but you're a citizen of the local area here. What would you say to Kate Brown, Ted Wheeler, Joanne Hardesty, Mike Schmidt about how they're coddling and allowing these events to go on in Portland, Oregon? What would you say to them about that?
I can't say it on camera, man. Why? Why let lawlessness go run rampant for over 100 days? Looting and burning shit, and then to tell the federal government when they finally do send in some federal help, they tell them to leave because they're the one that's causing the riots. But after they left, the riots were just as bad as before.
Yeah.
So I mean, it made no sense. It's a political ploy. I think the socialist agenda is really coming out. They're not hiding anything anymore. They're not behind the scenes anymore. They're coming out, Joanne Hardesty. Yeah, defund the police, cut the police department, cut this, cut that. That has to do with keeping law and order. Well, it's all fine and dandy for her because she's got security. She's probably got freaking fences around her house, and she's probably, she's got it all. But the common ordinary man, like you and I, we don't have that protection. And if we don't have police, if we don't have police, then who's going to protect you?
Yeah, and it's not just the extreme of like getting attacked and getting hurt, but it's just if your tires are slashed, you can't go to work that day, and you're going to miss part of your paycheck. And they're allowing these lawless bandits to go around and disrupt people's lives, and all four of those politicians are on record saying these are peaceful protests.
Oh, yeah.
But what about the citizens that have their tires slashed? What about the citizens that are blocked on their way to work? What about the citizens that have their workplace shut down because of the riots? How are they going to pay their bills? How are they going to buy their food? How are they going to support their children to pay their rent?
Some of those people, that was their life savings. That business that mom and pop business, that was their life savings. That's all they had. And you go in there and destroy it. Well, they've got insurance. Insurance, my butt.
And then on top of that, the politicians say, "Oh, it was a peaceful protest. It was it just rubs mud in their face upon their shame."
Yeah. I agree with you, man. I agree with you 100% with that. It's like, Downtown Portland will never be the same. I guarantee it. It'll never be the same.
It used to be such a peaceful, beautiful place, and you could walk there in the middle of the night and just enjoy the city, and nothing was going to happen to you. Now, there's no-go zones.
Yeah, when I was a kid growing up in high school, we used to go down and cruise Broadway. We never tore shit up.
Yeah.
We street raced and stuff like that. But, you know, we didn't tear things apart. I mean, tearing things apart.
All right. Well, thank you for the thoughts, and thank you for the conversation.
Kind of a crisis. You got some Antifa up there if you want to go film them.
Where's the Antifa?
Right up on the other side of those trees.
All right. Thank you.
They're down there. Yep, just giving you a tip.
All right. Thank you. We'll go put a camera on them. So, got a gentleman saying that there's Antifa showing up to cause some problems here. We'll go film that and see what's going on. Again, thank you for your conversation. Thank you for your point of view.
Thank you.
I want to encourage those that are watching right now. If you're in a situation to give a personal testimony to a reporter, think about this man and his voice and how it meant to you. You think about how you appreciated hearing his point of view. So those of you, if you get a camera near you, please feel free to share your thoughts, because just like this man, you appreciated hearing his thoughts. We need to hear the thoughts of the common citizens. Otherwise, we only have the oligarchs and the media conglomerates to tell us what to believe. So we need to hear from people on the street. So thank you again.
Thank you again.
Thank you so much.
You have a good evening.
All right. So apparently we got some Antifa showing up. We'll go see what that's about. And again, sorry guys, I have not bought a new cell phone yet. I'll work on that this weekend and get a replacement cell phone that's not going to cause so many problems. Hey guys. But I think also it would be cool if a bunch of citizens got together and spoke to the cell phone companies on their insurance policies and on the replacement phones that they offer. Like you pay pretty good for your insurance on your cell phone, right? And they're replacing your cell phones with subpar phones, and that needs to be addressed. Where's the Antifa?
They just missed it. They're over here parked.
Oh, they left?
Oh yeah, they're causing a whole ruckus. They're still in the parking lot though.
Are they black bloc and organized, or are they just teenagers?
That wasn't anything other than 3 little butt-hurt girls.
So it's just a bunch of teenagers?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, they just had a bunch of shit drilled into their heads.
Just spewing bullshit.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
All right.
But they did have the balls to stop.
Or
Most of them don't. It's
or the
finger and
impulsiveness.
run. Or the impulsiveness, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Never a dull day at a rally.
All right, I'm gonna walk the line some more. I'm hungry. I had a mod pizza. I ate half of it because I knew I was behind the time and I had to walk a couple blocks to the changed intersection. Shout out to Mod Pizza. You guys are delicious and I love you. And if you want to send me coupons for free Mod Pizzas, I will gladly accept those. I love pizza. How you guys doing? Back to blue. Just gonna walk by here and say hey to everybody. It's Villain Report. Villain on the Villain Report. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for showing your voices, you guys.
Hey, back to blue in Oregon City.
Yeah. Thank you guys for not Netflixing and chilling tonight. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for showing up tonight. Thank you. Thank you guys for showing up. Thanks for showing up to this tonight. Thank you guys for showing up and putting your voice out here tonight. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for showing up tonight. So if you guys can tell, let me get out from the music here. But that rain, while it didn't clear everything away, it did an amazing job of clearing the skies up a little bit for the smoke and everything. We had an amazing rain and thunderstorm last night. You can still see over here that we still do have smoke lying around, but it's a lot clearer than it was the last day. Like, you see the sky really clearly up here. So that rainstorm did us a great service and cleared some of the smoke up. So everything's a little bit clearer today, a little bit more Oregon and clean. All right, I'm gonna turn the mic towards me for a minute and I'll engage with the chat here. I'll go post up and get some of the flag wavers on the screen here. I'm gonna have to walk beyond the trees here. I'll just turn around the other way. So this is a small part of the parade. The bigger part of the people with flags are behind me. But I'm gonna sit here and chat with you guys for a minute. If there's anybody here who wants to talk or say anything. Chicago style pizza matters. I am 100% behind that, Pat Smitty. Your thoughts on RBG, another Trump appointee coming before November. I'm gonna be really, really vulgar here. Be very vulgar. So trigger warning, you guys. I see a bunch of posts today that are saying rest in peace, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Is that her last name? Good riddance. Good riddance. That woman did so much harm to our country and pushed a destructive feminist agenda on our country, destroyed the family and put a negative light on women that choose to raise their children and be homemakers and be amazing mothers, and put this pressure on women to feel like they can't be mothers unless they're also businesswomen. Good riddance, RBG. Good riddance. I'm sorry. I know you're not supposed to. I know. I'm being nasty. Good riddance. Good riddance. She was not. She put on this air of like progressivism and like this air of virtue. But she did great harm to this country and our values. She did great harm to the value of the family structure. Good riddance. Good riddance. And I hope we get a supermajority of conservatives on the Supreme Court now. Yeah, as vulgar and as offensive as I'm being right now, good riddance. She did great harm to our country. And people were patting her on the back and saying, "You go, girl. You go, girl." No, she hurt our country big time. She demeaned women that choose to be caretakers. She demeaned women that choose to be homemakers. She demeaned mothers. She did great harm to our country. And I'm not going to sit here and be polite and be cordial and say like, "Oh, rest in power, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, rest in power." No, good riddance. Good riddance. Your time had come a long time ago. Good riddance. I'm also not convinced that she didn't die a while ago when they were playing Weekend at Bernie's with her. Because every time in the last 6 months I've seen her, I couldn't tell if she was asleep or dead. So there's possibly that they were playing Weekend at Bernie's with her. And I know I'm being disrespectful. I know I'm being vulgar. I know I'm being crass. And I don't care. We cannot have people at that level in our country just disrespecting our values and disrespecting our nation under the ideas of feminism and progressivism. Good riddance. I hope our nation heals from the scar she struck in us. I see a couple of ladies in here saying that they're proud stay-at-home moms. Thank you, ladies. Today, it takes such a bold courageousness to just own your decision to be a stay-at-home mom or a caretaker or a homemaker. We need those things, and they're belittled so much. Like, is a woman that chooses to be a rocket scientist, is she honestly doing something better than her life with a woman that chooses to be at home and raise her children and nurture them? Like, I'm honestly asking that question. I wish that you guys would ask that question too. Is that really better? And I'm not saying there aren't exceptions. There might be exceptions where a woman like what's her name, Margaret? Oh, I can't think of her name. That did all the constellation markings. I'm bad right now. I'm not saying there aren't exceptions and that women can't be great things in science and math and whatnot. But what I'm asking is, if we were to weigh a mathematician and a devoted mother, is the mathematician is that honestly more valuable than the devoted mother? I don't think so. I think a woman that is intelligent and hardworking, and she devotes herself to create a beautiful home and to raise children to be upstanding citizens and great human beings, I value her more than the rocket scientist. I value the family more than the technological achievements that the society can achieve. That's my opinion. But I'm asking everybody to actually ask that question. Don't jump to an emotional opinion. Ask that question. Is the stay-at-home mother more valuable or less valuable than the rocket scientist? What do you think? Have you asked that question? Have you really dug into it and come to what you think about it? Because Ruth Bader Ginsburg was telling everybody that the rocket scientist is far more valuable than the stay-at-home mother. And I think that she was wrong. I think she was wrong. David Moore says, shame on you, RBG was a great justice. No, she wasn't. She was a feminist and she tried to divide our country with feminism. Boo. Josh Ozo says the stay-at-home mothers could have raised the rocket scientist. Yeah, raised the rocket scientist to be super healthy and super put together and super able to put their full energy without dysfunctions into creating the best rockets in the world. I'm a hot mess tonight. I'm just ranting like crazy. The woman that, I assume that's a woman, that has the name Mrs., says, I do not agree with everything Justin Ginsburg did, yet I respect what she did for women. Your name, Mrs., would suggest that you would agree with her. And I'm on a hot take tonight, so I hope you guys give me grace tomorrow when I look back over this live stream and I regret everything that I'm saying and being too passionate. No, I denounce feminism. And all you girls that want to like promote feminism and say that it's good and how much it helped your life, I don't care about your anecdotes. Feminism is a toxic ideology. It's divisive. It pits men and women together. It upturns the natural order of things. It demeans the value of the family and the family unit. It demeans mothers. It demeans fathers. Feminism is divisive. It's for those of you that are Christian, it's what's talked about in Genesis chapters 1 through 5, and the woman will try to usurp the man, and that's not accusing women of being the evil, but it's talking about the corruption of nature and how the humankind will try to reverse the roles that we're put into. I am against feminism. Feminism is poison. So just if you're clear on my stance on feminism, yuck. How about this ratio? Think about the people in your life that live independent women lifestyles and think about the women in your life that live devoted housewife, homemaker lifestyles. What's the ratio of the women that live the independent lifestyle that appear to you to be genuinely happy, and what's the ratio of the women that are devoted housemakers and mothers that are genuinely happy from your perspective? From my perspective, the ones that consciously choose one or the other, the ones that consciously choose to be homemakers, and the ones that consciously choose to be career women, the ones that consciously choose to be homemakers are by far happier and more satisfied than those that consciously choose to be career women. There are exceptions, but the general rule, the vast majority of women that choose to be homemakers and devote themselves to it, in my perception, are far happier than those that devote themselves to a corporate job. Probably lose a lot of followers today. I'm ranting like crazy. Don't care. Long hair, don't care. Pamela Baca, I love to hear stuff like that. You love to be home with your children? I love to hear that. Bless you. Thank you for doing that so boldly and saying it. She says, Paul, let's see here. Paul Was Hamohir says it's impossible nowadays for parents to stay at home, honestly. No, it's not. No, it's not. You just have to sacrifice. Live in poverty. What's more important? Do you want to live in poverty and be with your children, or do you want to not live in poverty and have your children raised by other people? It's your choice. You got to make the choice. I'm not saying it's an easy choice. It's tough, but you got to make your choice. MGG Sunrise says, I'm truly grateful to get to stay at home and homeschool my kids, especially with the state of public schools. I want to promote MGG Sunrise. Congratulations. Thank you for being such a great woman and a great mother. I think people should celebrate you more. We should have award ceremonies for women that choose to do what you're doing. That's awesome that you have made the sacrifices that you need to make to be a homeschool mama and take care of your kids. Thank you so much. That's really a great thing that you're doing. Thank you so much for what you do. Kelly R, Jesus Saves, Choose Eternal Life says, I'm married 21 years. I haven't worked in 10 years because I wanted YP. I don't know what that means, but I assume that means you're staying home with your children. Thank you, Kelly. Glad to hear you saying that. I want to thank all of you mamas that are in this crowd. All of you that are sacrificing those fancy dresses and the jewelry and the big screen TV. All you mamas that are choosing the cheap stroller rather than the nice stroller. All you mamas that are making all the sacrifices to stay at home with your children, to love on them, to raise them to be good human beings, and to set morals inside them that will last them a lifetime and beyond. All you mamas that are making all the sacrifices, thank you. We love you. We are glad that you're doing that. And those of us that are awake see what you're doing, and we thank you so much. Thank you, mamas. Thank you, mamas, for making those sacrifices. And I want to make the caveat that I'm not saying that if you want to be a career woman, you don't have the right to do that. That's what's great about our country, is that you have the freedom to make your choices, ladies, and everybody. So women in the audience, if you choose to be a career woman, do your thing. But please make sure that you're aware of the choices that you're making. all those women that are shouting like, I can do it all, I don't need no man. I don't think that you really questioned what you're gaining and what you're giving up, or really evaluated things. But those women that are choosing to be a career woman, that's your choice. I support your choice. I don't agree with it. That's not the path that I think is the best path. But those of you that choose to be mamas and stay home and sacrifice for that, that's personally what I agree with, and I thank you for doing that. But I'm not talking about taking anybody's choice away. Make your own choices. I'm like on a hot rant tonight. I'm worked up tonight. I'm hot worked up tonight. Mac Miller says she needs a man. I agree. Paul Wass, Harmon here says raising children is the most important job in America. I agree. Like what value is there in anything if it's not family and the next generation? One thing that really irks me about our society is that I personally have interacted with many women that want to be stay-at-home moms, and they know what they want. They're not confused. They know that they want to be married and have children and be a stay-at-home mama and devote their lives to that, to taking care of the home and their children, and they feel guilty. They feel like they're supposed to go become a CEO and then turn down their offer as the CEO before they can justly choose to be a stay-at-home mama. And I hate that. I hate that we've created a society where women that want to do what's naturally bubbling up in their hearts, they feel guilty for doing it. And I reject that nonsense. Those of you ladies that feel like you want to be a stay-at-home mama, you want to devote your life to having kids and raising children and making a home that your family can rest and relax in, I think you're doing something very virtuous, and that's a commendable thing to do. So all that guilt that's on your shoulders, like you need to go become a CEO first, man, wash that down the toilet. Daniel Martin says, and the men that step in when that didn't have to. I agree. I'm not going to go full virtue signaling here and say that men should just like throw themselves down at the single mother's bedside and just worship them. But those of you men that have it in your life and you're compelled to love a woman that's already got children and take those children on as your own, that's commendable. It's not something that should be just worshipped without question. But those of you guys that feel like you have found a woman that you love and she has a past and she's already got kids and you take their kids on as your own, that's commendable. Like, you guys are heroes. Kids need daddies. And sometimes in life, more often than not today, families are broken and the situations are questionable and dysfunctional. And for a man that is single to choose to take on the burden of somebody else's children and to take on to be a father to the fatherless, that's truly Christian in my point of view. If you choose to be a father to the fatherless, that's something beyond virtuous. Jada Mandarin sends $100 super chat. Thank you, Jada Mandarin. Appreciate that. Thank you, Villain. You give me hope that there are more young men like you out there. Oh, I hope there's a lot more young men out there that are better than me, because I'm a hot mess. You guys don't know. You guys just see through the camera, but I'm a hot mess. I'll tell you guys more about that sometime this week. I'm gonna tell my whole story sometime this week and just expose myself and be really vulnerable and tell you why, like, I am so desperate for truth and so desperate to find the name of God, so desperate to find out what this life is about. So, thank you, Mandarin. Thank you so much. A lot of little kids out here. I like to see that. Thriving community with a lot of little babies running around having fun. It's another thing that I want to get rid of the mask for. I love little kids. I love playing with little kids, but you're running around with the creepy mask on all the time. I'm like, it's a little apprehensive to parents and children. Even in these groups where everybody knows me and they know who I am, the masked man is not the one you want roughhousing with your kids a lot of times. I agree. Masks very much limit human interaction. I've had a very strong example of that when I was walking through Central Park last week. Like, my mask just kind of kept people at a distance from me. So MB owner ASBTWH says, stop saying it's just women with kids. I never said that. And I'm having an issue with that on the more spicy things that I'm saying in the last couple weeks. People are accusing me of saying things that I'm not. Like, when I praise fathers, people say that I'm attacking mothers. When I criticize mothers, they're saying that I'm saying that mothers are all bad. But I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying the things that I'm saying, and I'm a pretty blunt, forward person. If I want to say something, I'll say it. There's no riddles in my word. So when you say, let's go up here and read it again. I lost it. Stop saying it's just women and kids. I never said that. I never said that. And it really bothers me when people put words in my mouth. Like, I can say, like, shooting people is bad. And somebody will get in the chat and be like, oh, why are you saying guns are bad? I didn't say that. So I love women. I love mothers. I love the family unit. I am talking recently about some ills in single motherhood recently, but I'm not saying that single mothers are bad. I'm not saying that women are bad. I'm not saying that mothers are bad. I'm not saying that families are bad. So that's been bothering me lately. People put words in my mouth. I'm not bothering to listen to what I say before they criticize what I'm saying. Sunshine says that her and her husband decided not to have biological children. They adopted both of our boys from foster care system as babies. They are the biggest blessings of our lives. Thank you, Sunshine, for doing that. I know that there's reasons why people make those choices in their life for whatever reasons, and we won't get into that. But there are a lot of little kids without parents, a lot of kids without mamas, a lot of kids without daddies, and so we need people like you to take up the slack there. And for whatever reason that led you in that direction, I'm glad that you're doing that. Thank you, Sunshine, for taking care of those babies. MB owner is blaming it on me. I pushed back on her or him, I'm not sure, for accusing me, putting words in my mouth, and now they're pushing back and saying it's my fault. No, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm very articulate and I choose my words very carefully. If I say something, I mean what I mean. And if I don't say something, I'm not saying that. So if you're putting words in my mouth, that's on you, not me. Listen to what I say and not what I'm not saying. Cash Flow says, to the single fathers that step up and take care of their children, that takes a real man to do that. I agree, man. There's not very many single fathers. It's usually mostly single mothers. But those situations, yeah, I'm proud of those guys that do that. Especially since like our society, like, I know sometimes we while we criticize derelict dads a lot, we kind of like shrug our heads at them and like, oh well, let him. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. So it's good. I like seeing the single dads take on their responsibility without escaping it. I want to say thank you again to Jada Mandarin. Thank you, Villain. You give me hope, and there are more young men like you. Thank you, Jada Mandarin. $100 super chat. Thank you so much. Clayton Bisbee shouting out the music out of the car over there. I mean, they're gonna give me a copyright strike because the car is playing music in the background. I've been getting frustrated with copyright laws recently. They're kind of ridiculous. Man, I've been ranting like crazy now. I kind of want to wrestle with these little guys. They're each kind of pausing and looking at me. I have a pretty intense face mask on right now. So these little guys are they each kind of pause and look at me and kind of evaluate me right now. And they're like, I don't know about that guy. Rightly so. I got a weird mask on. Hi, buddy.
That was not bad. What's up, huh?
Yeah. It's nice to see all these little kids out here. I'm trying to play with you. I'll play karate. You kick me in the leg.
Boys, grab your cup. Now. All right, come on, let's load up. Come on.
Try
P5. 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 Too slow. Up high. Oh. Blow it up. Get fist bump. Okie doke. Looks like everybody's leaving, so this is the end of the night here. I'll be glad to take this mask off so I can stop being the weirdo with the mask at these events. Got a $19.99 super chat from Sunshine. Thank you, Sunshine. Well, you guys can walk with me to my very long distance walk back to the other car, to my vehicle. Change in location tonight. I love playing with kids. I don't get to play with kids very often anymore. That's one thing that sucks about being like a grown bachelor man, is that you kind of get disconnected from families and little kids and that sort of thing. But it's nice. It's fun to play with kids. Oh, I'm gonna stand here for a second. I'm staring at the chat. If anybody wants to say anything, the flag wave is all shut down now. Everybody's getting ready to leave. If you guys have any questions, I'm here to talk with you guys for a moment. I agree, Mac Miller. Single parents have a tough road, but if you choose to stay a single parent, I think you're doing something selfish. All right, guys, I'm gonna shut down my stream here. I'm gonna go interact with some humans and be an actual human person and not just a videographer, and like have some friends and enjoy people. So I'm gonna say goodnight, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for doing the super chats. Jada Mandarin, thank you for that $100 super chat. Thank you so much. And Sunshine, thank you for the $20 super chat. I'm gonna get out of here. Then next week, I'm gonna give some bombshells. I'm gonna give a really visceral story about my life and the struggles I go through, and then why I'm doing all this and what's driven me to seek truth obsessively and my personal struggles. I'm gonna take this dang mask off. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope we can help each other form a community and fight for our rights and make a better future for our children. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight. The Villain Report is out.